Something extraordinary has been revealed today. Something that involves you in ways you never imagined. Your name was mentioned in an unexpected setting, full of mystery and meaning. Imagine someone holding your image, feeling your energy, and revealing secrets that the universe has kept until this moment. This message carries a profound truth that needs to be heard. This is the moment when everything changes, and the impact of this revelation will be unforgettable. The scene was filled with a unique atmosphere. The room, lit by candles, had a dense, mysterious air, while the scent of sage burned in the air. Someone was holding her photo and looking at her curiously. The silence in the room seemed heavy, broken only by the distant sound of bells ringing faintly. This silence hid something that was about to be revealed. As the psychic held up her image, her expression slowly changed. Her eyes closed, and her breathing became irregular, as if she felt something deep and inexplicable. Her hands trembled slightly, and her posture reflected a growing tension. The man who had brought her photo observed every detail, fascinated by what was happening. Suddenly, the atmosphere seemed to change. The temperature dropped, and an almost palpable heaviness took hold of the place. The psychic seemed to be dealing with something beyond her immediate comprehension. It was as if the energy of her image carried a meaning that needed to be unraveled right then and there. Can you imagine the power your essence transmits? Even without knowing it, you carry a light that resonates beyond what the eye can see. Write 999 in the comments if you believe that angels are present and working in your life. The psychic opened her eyes with intensity and stared at the man. His expression was a mixture of fascination and awe. Something about his energy touched her deeply, and she knew she would have to choose her words carefully to convey what she felt. She began to speak, but her words paused, laden with meaning. "This person," she said, referring to you, "is no ordinary person." Her voice, now lower, trembled slightly. Each word seemed heavy, as if it contained some divine secret. The man, curious, leaned forward, trying to understand what was so special about you. He felt that this reading was not just a joke or a pastime, but something that would change everything. "You possess a rare and powerful energy," the psychic continued before hesitating. It was as if to say more would open a portal to something not yet ready to be revealed. The tension was almost unbearable, and the man could barely contain his fear. "Your essence is so unique that those around you feel your presence in ways they can't always explain. Have you noticed how your actions have the power to transform the environment and touch hearts?" Write 111 in the comments to attract more love and light into your life. The psychic then whispered, "The connection you share goes beyond what can be understood with earthly eyes." These words echoed in the mind of the man who now realized that destiny was at stake. Her words brought up an emotional weight the man hadn't expected. He began to think of all the times he had been at her side, and how each moment had been marked by something special. Her smiles, her gestures, even her silences had left their mark on his soul. The psychic explained that her energy had the power to heal, but also to reveal the deepest and most hidden truths. Facing this energy could be transformative, she said, but it could also be challenging, requiring the courage to look within. As the man reflected on these words, he began to realize the impact you had already had on his life. He saw clearly that each interaction with you was a piece of a larger puzzle put together by divine hands. Did you know that your presence has the power to unlock dormant parts of people's hearts? Imagine what you can accomplish when you deeply understand this. Discover how to unlock your highest potential with the ebook Achieving a Prosperous Life Through Spiritual Empowerment. Plus, get an incredible bonus, a 741 Hz audio frequency, ideal for promoting emotional healing and mental clarity. Download it now using the attached link. The man then asked, "But what does this mean to me? What am I supposed to do with this connection?" The psychic looked deep into his eyes before answering. "The choice is yours," she said. You can resist the change or accept it with humility. The tension in her voice indicated the seriousness of the message. But know that this person is not in your life by accident. The man felt the weight of the words. He realized that by accepting the connection, he would be paving the way for profound changes. But with transformation would come challenges that would require courage and resilience. The dilemma was not only what to do, but who he was willing to become. The psychic continued, "You are at a spiritual crossroads. Accepting this person into your life is like opening the door to a new journey. But remember, great changes bring out parts of you that have been hidden." The man took a deep breath, trying to process the impact of these words. He remembered certain moments at her side when everything seemed clearer, more aligned. It was as if her presence had anchored him, given him peace and direction. These memories made him wonder if he was ready to let this connection lead him into an unknown future. Write 555 in the comments to affirm your belief in the divine purpose being revealed. Your participation here is no accident, and you are about to witness amazing changes. Transformation is never easy, said the psychic with a gentle look. But it's where we find our true essence. This person is here to awaken something in you that has been dormant for a long time. The psychic spoke of the energetic force you carry, explaining that it not only enlightens others, but also challenges them. Your energy is like a mirror, she explained. It reflects both the virtues and the shadows of those around you, forcing them to face their deepest truths. The man began to realize that many of his fears and insecurities were related to the presence of this energy in his life. He asked himself, what if I can't handle this transformation? What if I'm not ready to face what I need to change in myself? The psychic gently interrupted him, as if reading his thoughts. You will never be challenged beyond your capacity, she assured him. This link was sent to heal you, not to destroy you. Trust the process. The man realized that to avoid this connection would be to avoid the growth it would bring. He began to understand that while the unknown brought fear, it also brought the potential for a transformed life. Write 777 in the comments if you're ready to embrace the changes that come with spiritual transformation. With each interaction, you move closer to your life's purpose. He looked at the psychic again and asked the question that bothered him the most. Does this person know the impact she has? She just smiled enigmatically, as if the answer depended more on you than on him. The psychic explained that you are often unaware of the impact you have on those around you. Your light is natural, she said. You don't have to make an effort for others to feel your energy. It just flows out of you. She revealed that her ability to touch hearts comes from a deep divine connection. You have been chosen to play a unique role in the lives of those who cross your path, she continued. Your presence is both a blessing and a challenge for those who are willing to grow. The man began to see you in a new light. He remembered moments when your words, or even your silence, had made a significant difference in his life. The power you had seemed to be aligned with something greater, something he was still beginning to understand. Did you know that your light is capable of illuminating even the darkest paths? Discover how to amplify your spiritual energy and manifest the abundance you deserve. Download the ebook, Achieve a Prosperous Life Through Spiritual Empowerment, now and receive as a bonus an exclusive 741 Hz audio for mental clarity and emotional healing. Don't miss this life-changing opportunity. The psychic concluded by saying, your presence is a gift. Don't underestimate the impact you have on the lives of others, even if you don't realize it. These words stayed with the man, who now saw you as much more than he had imagined. The man faced a monumental decision, a crossroads that the psychic had clearly outlined. Accepting the connection meant embarking on a transformative journey full of challenges and rewards. Denying it, on the other hand, would mean avoiding the unknown, but also giving up the potential for something extraordinary. He felt the weight of the choice, knowing that it would affect not only his life, but also his own. After all, transformation is not an easy path, but it is always necessary for spiritual growth. He thought deeply about the psychic's words, especially when she said that the fate of this union was in his hands. "Nothing in life happens by chance," she explained. "This person has been placed in your path for a greater purpose, and it's up to you to decide how that story will be written." He realized that every meeting and every moment he had shared with you had been much more than chance. The choice seemed even more significant when he considered the changes your presence had already made in his life. He knew that ignoring it would be an act of cowardice, but facing the truth would take courage. Write 999 in the comments. The message says, "If you believe that courageous choices open doors to destiny, this is the time to reaffirm your faith and move forward with determination." When he finally made his decision, he felt a mixture of relief and apprehension. When she saw him, the psychic smiled gently. "You have chosen courage, and it will always be rewarded," she said. He knew that the road ahead would be full of challenges, but also full of opportunities that had previously seemed out of reach. He left the room with a renewed sense of purpose. He now understood that this connection was not just about emotions or circumstances, but about a much greater spiritual purpose. He had decided to make the journey, however uncertain, because something in his heart told him it would be worth it. The psychic had said something he couldn't get out of his head. This person is destined to cross your path for reasons beyond what the eye can see. He began to revisit every moment he shared with you, looking for signs he might have ignored before. It was as if the universe had aligned the circumstances to create something special. As he pondered your words, he realized that certain people come into our lives just when we need them. "Have you ever noticed how someone's presence can change everything?" she asked. "These connections don't happen by accident. They are answers to the prayers we often say in silence." He began to see her presence in a new light. His mind was filled with questions. Did you feel the same way? Were you aware of your influence? Or was this journey of discovery just beginning for both of you? Doubts were inevitable, but he felt a growing conviction that this relationship had a greater purpose. Write 333 in the comments if you believe that special people are sent to guide us in times of need. He felt that this connection was a divine response, something that could not be ignored. It was as if the universe had sent him a clear message about the importance of valuing what you share. With each reflection, he realized that his life was changing in ways he had never anticipated. The mystery of this connection was both challenging and inspiring. He felt he was just beginning to understand what it really meant to have you in his life. The psychic had mentioned that you were a powerful reflection in his life, like a mirror that reveals what is hidden. He began to see how your interactions with him brought out parts of him that he had buried or ignored. It was as if your presence illuminated both his strengths and his weaknesses. This revelation wasn't easy, but he began to understand that it was essential for growth. As he thought about it, he remembered the psychic's words. "People like this don't come into our lives to comfort us, but to challenge us to be better." He began to recall moments when you had encouraged him, sometimes with words of support, sometimes with a silence that said more than any speech. This deep connection made him question how he saw himself and how he faced life's challenges. He realized that somehow you were pushing him to face what he had avoided for so long. Write 444 in the comments if you believe that true growth comes from necessary discomfort. These words echoed in his mind as he accepted that this relationship was more than special. It was transformative. Over time, he began to realize that her presence was not only a gift, but also a mission. Her energy challenged him to be more honest with himself and to face the fears that were holding him back. He felt he was at a tipping point where letting go of old ways of thinking was the only possible choice. He was now determined to embark on this journey of self-discovery. He knew it would take courage, but he also knew that you were an important part of this process. With each reflection, he saw more clearly that you were not just a person in his life, but a catalyst for his spiritual and emotional evolution. After weeks of introspection, he realized that he was beginning to see things from a new perspective. The psychic had told him that traveling with her would reveal hidden truths. Now he felt that these truths were about to manifest. He didn't know exactly what to expect, but he was ready to accept whatever came. He remembered her words. This person has a purpose in your life that goes beyond what you can understand now. With that in mind, he decided to trust the process, even without knowing exactly where it would take him. It was as if each step along the way brought him closer to a greater revelation. Write 777 in the comments if you believe the answers are coming at the right time. He felt that every little sign, every interaction with you, was adding up to a clearer picture. Your connection was not just a coincidence, but a call to something much greater. Finally, he understood that the revelation was not only in discovering more about you, but also about himself. It was a mutual process of learning and growing. They were embarking on a journey together that would change not only how they saw each other, but also how they saw the world around them. With this clarity, he began to embrace the possibilities. He knew that transformation was not something to fear, but something to embrace. And most importantly, he knew that this connection was a blessing in disguise, a divine opportunity to grow and prosper. The psychic had spoken of a greater purpose that united you, something that would transcend common understanding. He began to ponder the meaning, realizing that often the deepest connections in our lives serve as instruments for our spiritual and emotional growth. You were intertwined by a destiny that challenged you to evolve. He recalled the moments when you brought peace to the chaos of his mind while taking him out of his comfort zone. These experiences, though intense, shaped who he was becoming. The psychic was right. You weren't together by accident. It was a union guided by higher forces, destined to accomplish something significant. Write 9999 in the comments if you believe that the deepest connections have a divine purpose. With this in mind, he began to accept that this relationship had the power to impact not only their individual lives, but also those around them. The energy emanating from this connection was transformative. He realized that their presence taught him patience, compassion, and courage. Each interaction was a lesson, a reminder that the best connections are not only comfortable, but provocative. They pull us out of inertia and lead us to where we need to be. Your higher purpose was not only to help each other grow, but also to serve as an example to others. Your journey together was a testament to the fact that divinely guided relationships can heal, teach, and transform. After weeks of reflecting on all that had happened, he felt ready to embrace this new phase. The psychic's words had planted seeds that were now sprouting into conscious choices. He knew the road ahead would be challenging, but he was ready to move forward with confidence. He decided that this connection was too valuable to neglect. He began to see you not just as a special person, but as a divine gift sent to guide and transform him. It was time to act with intention, to cherish every moment together, and to allow this relationship to flourish. Write 111 in the comments if you are ready to embrace transformation in your life. With each step he took, he felt closer to something great. He knew the journey wouldn't end there, but he was confident that they would face it all together. The psychic was right. Transformation is never easy. But he also knew that the greatest gifts come disguised as challenges. And now, with this clarity, he was grateful for everything he had experienced. He couldn't predict what the future held. But with you by his side, he felt he could face anything. Together they were destined to create something extraordinary. A story that would be remembered as a testament to faith, courage, and love. Dear ones, if this message has touched your heart and brought clarity to your connections, remember that nothing happens by accident. Each person who comes into your life has a divine purpose, even if it is not immediately understood. And to deepen your spiritual journey and unlock your potential, I invite you to access my ebook, Achieving a Prosperous Life Through Spiritual Empowerment. This transformative guide provides practical techniques and insights to help you grow spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Plus, with your purchase, you'll receive an exclusive bonus of 8 hours of audio at the 741 Hz frequency, known to promote emotional healing and spiritual clarity. Don't miss this opportunity. Click on the link in the first comment and begin your transformation now. Leave your comment with "I believe" and share this video with someone you feel needs this message. May the divine light continue to guide your steps.